IG.
Yes, please do. Hello, 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 everyone. We are live and we are connecting now to Instagram. Here we go. All right, we are live. We are live. So, ooh, let me turn down this volume. Okay, here we go. I have Instagram, IG up, but Crystal, you might have to man that for me.
I don't have my tablet to do it.
Oh, you don't have a tablet, so I'll toggle.
Because somebody wants to read. Like now, Crystal likes to read, and people around her hear me talking about reading all the time. So now everybody wants to read,
You're a good
which is a good
influence.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're a great
Now that's a
influence.
good thing to influence folks on the reading because sometimes
Exactly.
my influence can be really bad.
I say if you want hard
So,
knowledge, just put it in the book.
That is
uh,
true.
that
Or
is very
TikTok.
true.
Or TikTok.
well, well, you guys, if you are joining us here on Instagram and on YouTube, we are live and we apologize for being tardy, but we had to get some housekeeping things out of the way first. And I ain't gonna tell y'all we was having our own conversation
As always, as
backstage.
always.
Backstage as always. But thank you guys for tuning in and welcome to the Get Caught Up podcast. I am your host, Untamed, and I am joined by my lovely co host, as usual, Miss Crystal, Miss Books and Soul. Crystal, how are you today?
I'm fairly mitten.
You fairly mitten?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I am always running for my life, but today has been a easier day. I will say that it's been a
Well,
little
we
less
switched
stressful.
because today drained me. In the
Today,
words of Marlo Hampton, oh,
ooh, today drained me.
it
Okay.
drained me.
Well, I hope that your day gets better. Mine was a little chill, but that's okay. But as
Mm-hmm.
always, we have to give a shout out to all of our sponsors and our supporters who show all the love through the kind of money that jiggle and fold to the Get Caught Up podcast. We appreciate you. And I want to give a major shout out to Black Odyssey Media, XO, MB, JC, KB's Bookshelf, Kiana Domain, Women of Vision, and of course, Tyler Landscaping, and me and my son's lawn care. And Get Caught Up podcast is presented by Untamed Publishing. Allow us to help you unlock unlimited writing potential. If you are a new, seasoned, or even an aspiring author and you need help along your literary journey, just visit www.untamedpublishing.net for a variety of services to help you along your literary journey. So, we have gotten all of our sponsors out of the way, and now we have the introduction of the person of the hour, the man of the hour, our narrator of the month, and I am going to allow you, Crystal, to take it from here.
All right. Hello, my fellow readers. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm getting sleepy. But here we go. Mark E. Willers. That's why we said we were willing in July. Yeah, because of that. So, Mark E. Willer's boundless energy and remarkable knack for connecting with authors make him a trusted voice at Dynamic Voices by Mark. His honest and passionate delivery breathes life into books, infusing them with a heavy dose of personality that resonates with listeners. He was born in Shreveport, Louisiana, and now a resident of Dallas Fort Worth. Mark's roots in theater run deep. He grew up assisting his mother with stage productions, taking on multiple roles, and learning the craft from the ground up. This theatrical upbringing laid the foundation for his compelling narration skills. By day, Mark is a dedicated data center engineer, but his true creative outlet lies in narration. A self proclaimed history buff and political junkie, Mark's technical expertise and background as a personal trainer give him a unique edge. His diverse knowledge base allows him to narrate everything from self help guides to urban fiction with equal proficiency, making each story relatable and believable. Mark, welcome to the UP Hot Seat. How are you tonight?
Thank you, thank you. I'm great. Thank you for inviting me. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Oh, well, I'm
You
glad you waited.
you are so welcome. Yes, Sky had told us, she was like, I'm trying to get, Mark in, and he's the narrator, and so we had to kind of tinkle around with schedules and everything. So
Hmm.
it's one thing I can honestly say, and I'm happy about, is that authors and narrators are like, you guys really show up and,
Yes.
try to come on the show and share with us. And we appreciate you guys so much. So we thank you for waiting.
Thank you. Thank you. We always look over like the bios while we waiting to come live, you guys. So when we talked about the history buff and political junkie, we were kind of talking about that. But I kind of missed the piece where it said a personal trainer. Can you do me one quick favor before I ask my first question? How would you narrate like if you were training somebody and you told them to do maybe like 3 sets of something? So think of something. How would you narrate that?
Well, it depends on the client, really.
Okay.
So if you're my client,
Mm-hmm.
since you're in front of me, I'll make it easy. Matter of fact, we'll do a group session. Both of y'all
Oh,
can
okay.
join in. All
All
right.
right.
I love couple sessions. It's fun because y'all can play off of each other. So you
Okay.
saying we're doing 3 sets of 12? What is it? Is it
Three
a glute
sets of
day?
10.
3 sets of 10, glute day.
Uh-huh.
You working on that
Uh-huh.
glutes? All right.
Okay.
Well, I narrated something simply like, all right, we're gonna start by getting those hips opened up because we really want to warm you up because the more range of motion that you have, then the greater amount of muscle you can build, and so you can see better results down the line. So we're gonna get you nice and loose. So we're gonna get down on this floor and we're gonna do some cat and camel. We're gonna work that back, and then we're gonna go
Okay.
into some fire hydrants to work those
Okay.
hips
Oh,
as a
Okay.
little bit of a
okay.
warm up. All right. And then we're going to get
Okay.
into your primary glute driven exercise. And that's going to be a hip hinge. It's the hip maneuver. When you think about
Okay.
you bowing down to greet
Mhm.
somebody in Japan or wherever they bow down at,
Mm-hmm.
that's
And
that
come
same
back.
motion. But you want to make sure it's in your hips. So you want to point
Right.
to your hips. Both of y'all take your fingers and point to your hips. Just point down, press on those hips. That's where you want to feel the movement from. Right there. So you want to move from the hips. All right.
Gotcha.
So make sure you keep
Gotcha.
your
Gotcha.
knees slightly bent, feet shoulder width apart. I want you to bring your chest up like you're trying to show out. Bring your shoulders down and relax a little bit up here, right? And I want you to just bow down. Make sure you keep your head up, shoulder blades back in together. And as you bow down, keep an arch in your back, like you're tooting your back up. You know how to
Now
toot
wait
it?
a
You know how
minute.
to toot? So
Two.
so we're gonna just
Arches
hip
and
hinge a little
tooting.
bit before we get into these Romanian deadlifts. Three
What?
sets
Okay.
of 10.
See, I would at that point, I just would have gave you the church finger and I would have rolled out on you. Mm-mm. I'm done.
But
Thank you for that workout. It was, yeah.
that
Thank
was
you.
awesome though. That's
I
a good
like that.
workout. I like it.
I
I
like
love
that.
it.
Thank
Yes,
you. Thank
Listen,
you. I've been doing it for a
I
little
love
while.
that.
Just a little
I,
while.
I can I can honestly tell that you have. I have since October. I joined a classroom style gym,
Okay.
and that is typically what they do. It's high octane, high energy,
Right.
but it differs a little bit because they do have the online.
Mm,
So the online workout, at home workouts and stuff. That's exactly what you mirror. It sounds like to me when I'm watching their at home
really
workouts.
good.
So
Mm-hmm.
Good. So it sounds good. It sounds professional.
yes,
Good. Thank
yes.
you. Thank you.
You're
Good
quite
job.
welcome.
Good job.
Good job. We love it.
Yes. So
Well,
my
and that
first.
note, if you would like some online training, I don't
Oh,
actually offer packages, but I do offer assistance. You can find my company's Body Recon Health. Body Recon Health. You can
I'm gonna
find
okay.
that
write
on
that
Facebook
down.
if you're
That's
Body
looking for it.
recon health.
Body
All right.
Recon Health. Y'all better write it down. Hold on, I'm about to write this down real quick. Body
Yes, because
Recon Health.
I gotta get ready for Dubai in December. Oh, I like that. Dubai in December.
Yes, sounds good.
Dubai in
Yes,
December.
I'm
Okay.
excited.
What
Okay,
part of the country are y'all in, by the way?
so I'm in the DMV.
Okay, okay. So that's
Yes,
And
DC, Maryland,
DC.
Virginia. Right. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
and by my good southern accent, I am in the great state of Georgia.
Yeah, you sound like a little, yeah, Southern Belle. I hear it.
I love it. Yes.
Yes. Although
Okay.
I get confused with being in Dallas, Fort Worth all the time because a lot of
I was about to
time
say.
my literary career takes me there. I've connected with more people in Dallas than I have in Georgia. That is crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Um, Dallas, for some reason, I just have a thing with connecting with people from Dallas, Texas.
We're all
So
super nice here, mostly, and especially if you're kind of native or you've been here a while.
Right.
And
exactly.
yeah, and we like to get to know people, so you probably found that out.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And I know,
Mainly,
look,
mainly because we need
I
to know
know
who
my
we working with.
hangout.
Who is this person?
Right. And I found my niche, or where to hang out at. It's like certain places I don't
Hmm.
go, but
Good stuff.
I found my place
Some good stuff.
around there.
Well, I love Atlanta
Um,
and I love DC, so good stuff.
Yes, definitely.
exactly.
Yes.
I love Dallas too. Dallas is actually a really cool city, and
I need to come
they
back and visit.
if I could tolerate the summers, I would
Hmm.
actually move there. But I could barely get through Georgia. I definitely don't want no parts of Dallas
I'm
summertime.
about to say Dallas is worse. Oh, it's
It
definitely
is.
worse.
In my opinion, but I'm used to a different type of heat. But heat is heat, regardless of where you go.
That is true. Yeah, because this heat up here is getting on my nerves.
and,
I'm,
and
yes, on my last
and
nerve.
hello to everyone who has joined. Author Pat Simmons, Hati Pat 46, Starlet, Chanel Read It. Thank you guys for joining in over on Instagram.
Yes.
Now I cannot see YouTube, but whoever's on YouTube, thank you so much. We
Thank you for
appreciate you
joining.
guys for joining us.
Yes.
So
Okay, so
yes.
my first question, tell us about your stage play experience.
Oh wow. So um as you said before, I was raised in the theater. So my mother owned her own
Hmm.
theater company.
Oh,
She
wow.
actually, yeah, she was born and mostly raised in Louisiana, but she moved out to California at a very young age. So she
Mm-hmm.
was in the Berkeley. She went to Berkeley, UC Berkeley, right around the
Yes.
time of the big movement. So that's how she ended up being a Panther. But also, she was big into theater out there. And when she got older, she started her own theater company called
Okay.
Oakland Ensemble Theater. So she was based
Mm.
out of Oakland. So she moved to Dallas, conceived me. I don't tell anybody. Then I was, of course, I was born in Shreveport, and out there she changed it to Shreveport Ensemble Theater,
Okay.
set SET.
Okay.
So we used to do plays every year. At what's I think it's the Let the Good Times Roll Festival. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's a black festival in Shreveport. But she also sent me to a performing arts magnet, and
Mm.
so I was doing plays all the time there. Plays in middle school. I kind of got out of it a little bit in high school because I hated like memorizing scripts.
Okay.
And when you do a
Okay.
play, you have to know the entire script basically from beginning
Oh,
to
wow.
end because you don't,
Mm.
you're not stopping and doing new takes. And so we would have people that wouldn't even show up to our, they would rehearse with us, go through everything and up to the day, and then they wouldn't show up. And so I've had
Oh
plays where I
wow.
had to take on roles that I wasn't even supposed to. So in one play, I played a young kid, an old man, all in the same play at like a really young age. So,
Oh,
that's why
wow.
I sound like such an old soul. I've had to play one for such a long,
For a long time.
yeah, for a long time. So yeah, and then that's what inspired me to want to do voiceover. Because I realized, okay, I don't have to memorize scripts, and I can still act because it is mostly acting, especially audiobooks.
Right.
Yeah, and I was just gonna ask you, how does that stage play experience help you with audio narration?
Oh, just like I
So,
said, having to play those multiple roles in the same um,
hmm,
production, it's just like doing audiobook because within a paragraph you might be three or four different characters.
Mm.
exactly,
So
That's
exactly.
true.
being able to switch and also hear the voice of that character, so that way when people hear you talking, they know who's talking.
Awesome, awesome.
Mm. So yeah, because
Oh,
that would be the same thing in the play. Because even though if people like recognize that you was a little boy and then man, those voices still have to differentiate because they see your face and say, "Wait a minute, he was a little boy."
But yeah,
And now he an old
all
man.
I've changed is maybe thrown on a wig and changed my
Yeah.
clothes and
Right.
did some fake facial hair.
exactly.
Right.
And I love, I don't know if you were actually a part of this. I mean, I don't even know if it's still active because I haven't been on there in a long time.
Mhm.
But what was the app where everybody had just, it blew up and everybody was like trying to join and you had to get an invite to get in and all of this stuff. But I can't even remember the name of the app. That's how much I don't even use it anymore.
Um.
Um, It
Oh
was,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't even have it on my phone no more either.
yeah, like I deleted the app and everything because I'm not even on there. But they used to have these sessions, and a lot of narrators and actors did it, but a lot of audio narrators were doing it, where they would put on these productions in the
Mm,
room,
mm.
and they
Yes.
would like get together and practice, and like they did a Raisin in the Sun,
Oh, wow.
and they would just and when it sounded so dynamic because
Mm,
all of them made sure that they were in studio, when
yeah,
they did it,
yeah.
and they would like just do it off the fly, and you would just sit there like you were listening to
Mm,
Broadway,
mm.
and
So it was like an audio drama,
yes, it
live,
was
done
like a
live.
live
Oh,
audio
wow.
drama,
Mm,
and it was so good. And they used to
yeah,
do those things all the time
that sounds
on
fun.
there. It was really
Clubhouse.
fun.
Club.
Clubhouse, that's what it is. Thank you, because
Clubhouse.
I was like, I can't remember the app now, but it was the
Mm-hmm.
crave like what for a good year and a half.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they used to do that, and that was really fun. Hey, Crystal, look, I'm taking up your time. That's your question, girl.
So how, basically, well, you kind of told us how you got started in narration, but how long have you been doing it? I mean, you did say young, but like what age started and what made you say, okay, let me go over to narration.
Right,
Let me focus more on that.
right. Well, she had me acting from the time I could talk.
Mm,
So, I've been doing that since then. I took a break right around high school and I didn't get
okay.
into narration until a couple of years ago.
Oh,
I was kind of sick of the corporate job. I was like, okay, how can I, do my own thing and take advantage of this voice and my prior experience? And that's when I took some classes, got my equipment, studio set up, and dove in head first.
so you have an
Okay.
in-home studio?
Yes, yes, this is my lab.
Oh, okay. Okay.
and,
I like that. I said I'm gonna
and
make an in-home studio one day. I ain't
It's
gonna
real
do
easy. It's real
narration.
easy. I built this from hand. You just get some PVC pipe, some
Uh-huh.
PVC glue, moving blankets, and you're good to go.
okay.
You can look up designs like on either YouTube, and they'll show you how to do it. It's pretty easy.
Okay. Well, I more so
Okay.
want to do something for like how we're doing the live so I can have a nice
Hmm.
little background, if I want to sit and
Mm-hmm.
record some videos.
Right.
That's
Yep.
about it. Yes.
Yep.
But I like that. I'm gonna have to look into
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Look
mean,
into
you could
it.
buy one, but I think it's better when you kind of personalize it. Make it your
Yeah.
own.
Right. Well, come
That's true.
on, DIY, do it yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you
DIY.
guys so much for joining the Bookish Wife, Dealer Yolan. And thank you to Bookish Wife. She tried to throw me the hint, but I wasn't looking. She told me Clubhouse. um, H. Sylvester the writer, CC the poet, a few other people. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Hello,
Thank
everyone,
you
for
for
joining us,
joining.
tuning in. So we appreciate you joining in.
Yes.
Hello, Ray Lee. Thank you for hopping in over
Hi,
there.
Rayleigh.
How are you, honey? So thank y'all for joining. So I guess let me get to my next question. So once you got started in narration, and you kind of got that bug, what is something that was hilarious or just unexpected that happened while you were narrating?
I didn't expect that to happen. Oh, so this is an adult show, so I guess I can say
Yes.
this. So,
Yes.
Absolutely.
I didn't start off. I started off like with self help and like a memoir. So we're very, PG, straight down the middle stuff. And then I
Mm-hmm.
got into the urban fiction thing. And it's always those scenes in the urban fiction where it's kind of like it borderlines on pornography. And so,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so I didn't expect I was going to turn myself on the first time I did that. It was like, whoa, wait a minute, we got to take a break. It's getting
That
intense.
did good.
I know that's right.
That
Listen,
is
don't worry about it. Us as authors and us as readers, we feel it.
yes. Yeah, because can I make my announcement on the end of this, or do I got to make my announcement later? Because we just finished reading a book, and I got
At
a
the
bone to
end,
pick.
at the end, let's save it for the end, girl.
Okay, because okay. Look, I'm gonna have to turn away on that one. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes, like I know exactly what she's talking about because I've been like browbeating her to listen to this one book. And so yeah. Let's just say we understand completely
We definitely do.
what you mean. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna check over here and just see who else has joined. Hey, so we are doing great, Rayleigh. Thank you so much for tuning in. She says, "Hey, everyone." So we are about to get into our first game, and the
Ooh.
game, Crystal. Look, I'm trying to take over the game because I'm doing the next one. You do this one.
It's okay. So this game is this or that. Okay.
All right.
So which do you prefer? The first one is, do you prefer reading or watching TV?
I prefer doing both at the same time. It's so weird.
Oh my gosh, I do it
Wow.
too.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
now you gotta explain this to me. How do you read
Yeah,
and watch
explain what you
TV?
do because I literally do the same thing. So how do you do it?
I kind of gotta have like two channels in my brain,
Mm-hmm.
or more than that, depending on what day it is. But I can listen and read
Right.
at the same time and still process both. I don't know, and it's so weird, especially like with the news. I'll have the news on and I can be reading and understand kind of exactly what's going on with both. Now I might have to reread what I'm reading sometimes, or
Right.
stop and rewind the news sometimes, but I don't know. It's just I guess it's because I'm kind of ADHD. I'm kind of a
Right.
natural multitasker. I'm always doing too much at one time, and
Okay.
Oh
so
my
it's just an
goodness.
extension of that, really.
Yes.
Oh my
See,
goodness.
I'll watch TV and I'll pick up like if I'm watching live TV because I basically binge watch a lot of shows. So if I'm watching live TV or even if I'm binge watching something that has commercials, I read during the commercials.
Okay, okay,
That's how I do
Okay.
it.
yeah.
But
Okay. See,
what you
no,
just said,
me.
my
Uh-uh.
son does that.
Oh
Like
yeah,
he literally
Oh.
he'll be like, "Oh, watch this," but he has on the captions at the bottom,
yeah. And I like captions too. Well,
and I'd be
that's
like,
yeah.
it's annoying to me because I'm like, I'm too busy paying
I'm
attention
trying
to
to
the captions
yeah, yeah.
instead of what's going on.
Listen,
But he
I have the
literally,
captions on for stuff that has they have a different ballot. You know, like if you watch Netflix and the
Hmm.
British actors and they
Hmm.
have a
right.
very strong ballot, I have to have it on there because I will miss exactly what they said. I'm just
And see,
like,
and if you don't do the captions, you're missing out because sometimes the captions are funny when they mess up.
exactly.
It's
Listen,
annoying
because
to me,
closed
but
captions
yeah,
don't get
that's
it
how
right
you
all
watch
the time.
TV.
They be all over the place sometimes.
Yeah. Or it do, you right, especially if they mispronounce the word and you be like, wait a minute, that's not what they said.
Yeah, so that's kind of like part of the entertainment.
Yeah, that's
Exactly,
probably yeah. Well, then that may
exactly.
be explained because I be looking at him like you weird, you like, and he be on his phone, and I be like,
Yeah,
you're not even watching that. And he be like, yes, I'm gonna tell you what just happened, and
he'll
he
See,
tell you
know
and I,
exactly
exactly
what
what
happened. Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
he
Yeah,
has a few channels going on with him. I
he
can't
do.
do that. I
yeah.
can't do
I'm
that. Now
like,
I can listen to an audiobook and do a whole lot of things, but I cannot
Mhm.
watch TV and try to read or try to do anything else because TV is gonna capture 100% of my attention. I
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
promise it is. But
But if I had to
that's
choose
just
one
me.
though, it would be reading. It would be reading.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, cool.
So sunrise or sunset?
Oh wow. I love to sleep and I'm a morning person. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna say sunset
Okay,
Okay.
because it's it's the end of the day. You can kind of regroup, relax, just kind of recount what you did well, what you can do better, and then it's almost
mm-hmm.
time to sleep. And I love to sleep and dream.
Okay.
So
I've
Ooh.
never heard that before. I
Okay.
like that.
and then I get to have my beer too. So evening time.
Uh,
You want to know what's so funny? Now we already know. So y'all, yeah, we already know that answer. Okay, so the next one, do you rather have Mondays off or Fridays off?
Fridays. Fridays. I'm not anti Monday.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I actually like Mondays. Because it's kind of like boom, here we go. Let's start off strong. I realize that's because if you dread it, it's gonna be a long week.
Right.
Right.
So you
Yep.
might
That
as well
part.
go in gung ho. But yeah, I would like Fridays off. Simply because I like the long weekend concept. If you gotta go out of
Right.
town, if you want to take a trip or so.
I used to work with a guy and I was his supervisor. So whenever we had meetings, it can be it can be a Thursday, it can be any day of the week except Monday. And he always
Mm.
said happy Monday.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, today Friday. He was like, Mondays is my favorite day of the week, so every day is a Monday.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
said that's kind of
Hmm.
weird, but
well, you keep that
okay.
attitude and you kind of stay positive. I guess that's what it is. It's
And he
psyching
was
itself out.
definitely a positive person. Like so,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. My favorite day off is Wednesdays.
Oh, really? Because it's kind of like you get 2 weekends almost. You kind of split it up.
Kind of,
Right.
yeah, because
Okay.
you work 2 days, then you ain't got
Hmm.
to come back to work. And then when you come
Hmm.
back, you get Thursday and Friday, and then you off for
Hmm.
2 days.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
people like a Wednesday. I'm like, I'm telling you, try that
yeah.
hump day.
I had a schedule like a call center where we had 10-hour days and you could work from
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday,
Hmm.
Thursday, Friday. So yeah, I know that those are good.
Yeah.
Well, my son
Wednesdays
says
was
his
the best.
favorite day of the week is any day that he gets paid.
So mainly Thursday or Fridays,
Yeah, a lot of
mainly
He
people
depending
say
like,
on.
that.
he
Definitely.
at one
Oh,
job he got paid on Wednesday, so Wednesdays was his
Uh,
favorite day. Now this one he get paid on Friday, so Friday his favorite day.
his
So he
favorite
say
day.
okay,
his favorite day is the day he get paid.
okay, I love that.
I like that. I like that. Well, you actually answered another one of the questions that we had, which is sleep in and work late, or get up early and get off early.
I like my sleep, so sleeping in is good. I don't
Hmm.
mind getting up early, especially I didn't put in there. I'm probably military too, so
Okay.
I'm understood getting up at 3 a.m. to start your day. Um, but I love
I'm
to
with
sleep in. Ain't nothing like being able to sleep in.
I
I know
know.
that's right. I know
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
wasn't a morning person, but when I moved back to the DMV and decided to go work outside the house, I have to get up early. Like I literally have two
Hmm.
alarms. My first alarm say at 10:30, go to bed. My
Oh yeah.
second alarm at 11 o'clock say close your eyes. And I've been going to bed every night at 12:30 because I'm reading a certain book.
Can't put down, huh?
I'm gonna take the blame for this, and it's okay because it's a good blame. No, I'll take the blame for good stuff.
I was up last night to 12:30 because I finished that book. And I was like,
Mm,
damn, it's
mm,
done.
hmm.
But yeah, y'all, well, you'll find out what book it is. You'll find out what book it is.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one is audiobooks or paperbacks.
I'm old school, so I actually don't listen to very many audiobooks. I know as a narrator, you'd be surprised. Like you think I want to study up and hone my craft, and I feel like the best part that you could do with that is just more reading. And
Yes,
so
Okay,
that's what a lot of people say.
I like to read, then I'll read out loud.
okay,
Okay.
but I can see
So
that though.
yeah.
Yeah. So do you change your voices when you're reading out
Oh
loud?
yeah. Oh yeah. I got a million characters in my head, so
Oh,
that's why I kind of have to read alone. If I'm watching the TV, of course, I'm not reading out loud, but I will
uh-huh.
read out loud when I'm by myself and I'm reading print
So when you go
Okay.
out with your friends, have you ever like did a different voice when you
all the
order
time,
food or
all the
when you talk?
time, all the time.
I like that. Like I need a friend in my life who's a narrator that we go hang out with. Cause I'll probably be like, okay, I need you to do this when they come. Like,
It's
let me
yeah.
just say this: my coworker at work, she's become my real good friend. She's like, she just really recently watched Bridgerton.
Uh,
When I say for a month straight, she said at work talking like she was British.
You're talking
Then
in a
she
British
started
accent.
talking
Yep.
like yes, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's and then she loved to just break out in song.
Oh really?
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
So she's
And
Now
like a
then
that's
the
walking
me.
song
a
is then
walking
the song.
musical, huh?
Yes, it's yep,
That's
because then it
me.
becomes a
I
whole
break out in
routine.
song. I break
Yes.
out in song, and I talk in song quotes and movie quotes. So
Okay. I
I
thought you were about to say you speak in tongues, girl.
I was like, I
Like,
haven't been
That
blessed with
too.
that gift yet, but hopefully one
That
day the
too.
Lord will
but
see
yeah,
fit.
movie quotes and TV quotes, yeah, yeah, I can
Yes,
understand that. But see, the thing
I
about that though is people won't know if they don't get the reference. They'll be like, "What?"
yeah,
this
like
is
what you
why
talking about?
I tell
Hmm.
my
Yeah.
friends in a heartbeat. Like the people who are closest to me, they actually get it because I'm like
Okay.
they're
Okay.
like me in that sense.
Yeah.
Right.
And my husband is too, so he gets it
Hmm.
off the rip. We confuse the hell out of our kids,
Mm.
but but now they speak to each other in
Yeah.
TikTok and IG references
Oh
that
yeah.
we don't get.
Yeah.
So it's just a
Hmm.
different time. It's just a different time. I told you, y'all speaking the same language, but just in a different way.
And
But
it's funny you
yeah,
say that
that's
because
so funny.
it's part of
Yeah.
what inspired me to actually get into it finally is because I always had like the movie announcer voice or the commercial voice or
Right.
and then I'm doing that out and about or I'm doing that around my people and they're like, yeah, you really need to do voiceover, you really need to do voiceover. But the funny thing about that though, commercial voiceover, not talking about audiobooks, but like
Right.
Hmm.
either narration, like for corporate narration or in a commercial, it really is about your natural voice these days. If you haven't
Hmm.
noticed, when you listen to a
Yes.
commercial, they don't sound like it used to. It's just
Yes.
natural
That is true.
people naturally talking. And so it's funny how people feel like they can't do it. Really, the more you can bring of yourself, the more natural you can sound, the better chance you really have. I have an old school like '80s narration voice. So
Like the James Earl Jones one.
yeah, I've got the old James
Yeah.
Earl Jones. Yeah,
James
and
Yeah.
even if you
Earl.
listen to current commercials, like I don't know if you noticed, but Lawrence Fishburne, he's doing DoorDash
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Yes.
And when you
Yes.
hear him, he's just sounding very normal. He's just not really
Right.
Mm-hmm.
giving it too much. DoorDash.
Right.
You know,
You
See?
almost sound just like him when
Like
you
him.
did it
Yep.
too.
That
That's
is
awesome.
true. All right. So the next one is, and you kind of answered this already, beer or liquor. Not liquor. You know, we like to say liquor.
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 these this or that is so hard because I have a philosophy called
Uh-huh.
get the party started and keep it going.
Right.
Yes.
That's a shot and a beer.
Right.
But
Right.
if it boiled down to it, it would be beer because I'm
Okay.
huge on stouts, like those high percent, heavy, dark,
Mm-hmm.
chocolatey coffee, sometimes tasting beers. So yeah, I'm
Mm.
I'm a craft aficionado. I've had hundreds of different kinds.
Oh
So yeah, I would I
Wow.
would love, yeah, it would be beer.
Oh.
It will be
Okay.
beer.
So if you had your own beer, what would you name it?
Wow. I wanted to start a black brewery
Oh,
at
okay.
I
one
think you
point.
should. I think you should still do that.
Um,
Yeah.
and have a whole line of different beers and have them like based upon like people, like black people, but like you got like your sexy red is like a red ale, or
Okay.
Come
or
on.
or I had all kind of. It's funny you asked me that. Of course, I won't remember any of the names, but it would be a whole line of different kinds of beers based upon black archetypes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what would you come
Yeah.
up for Obama?
For Obama,
Mm-hmm.
Obama could be a brown ale. My
Mm-hmm.
boy Obama Brown.
Bomber Brown.
My boy
Obama Brown.
Obama
I like
Brown.
that. I
Boy,
like that.
Bomber Brown.
But
I
I like
like
the
it.
sexy red one. I like the
I like the
sexy red.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see
red
who
ale.
else.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's do
Definitely.
Megan Thee Stallion and then we're gonna move on. Cause yes, you guys, I am a Megan Thee Stallion fan. Mm-hmm.
A stallion. You could call it. Oh, that would be my stout. My stallion stout.
Stallion
The
stout.
stout
Yes.
stallion.
Stout
I like
stallion.
that.
Yeah.
Stout
Listen,
stout.
we'll have you create a whole line. Then you
Right.
really gonna have to start the brewery.
Yes.
Would
Get
love it.
Oh
started.
goodness.
I would be
I
getting
like
high on
that
my own
idea.
supply. Believe that.
Yeah,
Yes.
trust me. You let us know when it started. We'll get high right with you.
Right. Now, I'm
I'll
not a
be-
beer drinker, but I will try that.
And it's funny you say
yes.
that. Most women aren't beer drinkers, but I bet
Mm-hmm.
I can find a beer you would like because
Please do.
Yes.
Please
because
do.
when people think of beer, they're thinking of what you get used to, like your domestics or maybe even like
Right.
Dos Equis or something. But beer is basically just any kind of fermented grain. And
Right.
Mm-hmm.
so they've got beers that they call barley wine. You'll think you're drinking
Mm-hmm.
wine, and they're really high percentage
Ooh.
too. But that was kind of like an old school beer. Like when beer first started, it was basically barley wine. But then they've
Right.
got something called sours as well. And most women like sours because they're kind of salty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can have one that you can add lactose to it, make it a little sweet. So I bet I could find a beer that you would like, which might not be
You
a good
gotta
thing.
tell me.
I need you to start this brewery. Like, and
Yes.
Yeah.
seriously,
Yes.
because I want to come and get, now I want to come and get a lesson, a history lesson in
Yes. And
beer
you just gave a
and do
great
taste
lesson.
testing.
Do tours. And I'll just, say this little thing because I tell people all the time. So like I have the best stepfather in the
Yeah.
world, like the best
Oh.
in the world. So he used to tell me all the time I should have boy because I was a huge tomboy growing up. So I was, doing things. So I got to be with him like when doing things with a car. So I can help you put a car together. I can change your tires. I can do all that stuff on a car.
Right.
So he got us into wrestling. Me and my brothers,
Mm,
we used to watch wrestling
mhm.
when it came on. And that was well, I'm not gonna say it was the only time we were allowed to drink beer. How about that? This was the only time we were allowed to drink beer because it was okay. Because when we went with our grandmama, she'd be like, get that Budweiser because y'all taking your asses to sleep. But
Take a sip of this bud. Go on to bed.
yeah, it's time to go to bed. Get the bed because y'all going to bed. But with him, so he used to pour Budweiser, so he used to freeze the mug. So we would always have to put the mugs in the freezer 2 days before wrestling, so it can be, I mean, frozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't even put the beer in the. It would just be a warm beer, and
Uh
he would pour that beer in the daggone beer in the mug,
huh.
and he would take the salt shaker and just dab and come up.
Uh huh.
Now here I am, 10,
He made it
11
an
years
art
old.
form, huh?
Yeah, he did. But
Listen.
I enjoyed the beer. My mother was
Yeah.
like, y'all shouldn't be drinking beer, but he wouldn't let us like drink the whole thing. That
Yeah.
was just our
Right.
time we would be able
Yeah.
to taste it. So
Oh,
that's probably why I don't like to
your
drink beer
granddaddy was
now.
the original Corona reader.
Yes. Yep. He just do a dash of salt. I don't know what the salt did because I was a kid, but
Uh,
it felt refreshing because it was ice cold.
yeah.
Like you
But
could really
salt
taste it.
balances out the acidity in a beer.
That
Mhm.
might be what it
Yeah.
was. That
Yeah.
might be
Oh
what it
my
was. But
goodness.
yeah, you got
Thank
to
you
tell
so
me the
much,
beers to
Kaya
drink.
Montague and Miss
Hmm.
Nancy Reeves, for joining us.
Hello, hello, y'all. We talking about beers. He gonna tell us beers that we might like to drink. Okay, and my last this or that is acting or narration.
Well, narration is acting.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
So, I mean, I guess acting, since it's kind of like the underlying driving force
Right.
behind it. Oh, let me say this: good narration is acting.
Right.
Got you.
That part.
Got you.
That part.
That part.
Um, because you can tell when a narrator really doesn't feel a character, you know, and
Yes.
and, and that's probably why I don't listen to a lot of audiobooks. Probably for two
Mm-hmm.
reasons. Number one, I don't want to feel inferior to somebody who sounds really good. My feelings will be hurt. And then two, I don't want to get into any kind of bad habits necessarily.
Got you. I
Now, what I
got you.
have done is I've gone to like some of the Audi award winners
Mm-hmm.
and
Hmm.
listened to like little snippets, kind of how they deliver, and then that's it. But yeah, it would definitely be acting.
Okay. I
I
like that.
actually get that, and that's why that's another thing that came to my mind when you said that you practice your characters when you read aloud.
Mhm.
And in my head, I'm just kind of thinking that's a great way to not only hone your skills, but to develop your own, narration personality, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Right.
So because listening to other people's, you can kind of fall into that trap of doing what they do and how they
Hmm.
do it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I get that. That's a good tactic. So anybody who's aiming to get a narration, listen to snippets, but then try to do it
But
on
then
your
read
own.
as much as you can.
Yeah,
Read, read, read.
right,
Yeah.
Reread. Yes.
right. I love it. Okay, so going to some more questions here. Since we are talking about narration, so would you tell us a little bit about some of the works you've narrated? I know we kind of touched on it a little bit.
Some of the work I've narrated.
Yes,
We talking about like everything in whole because of course I've done audiobooks.
for
Mm-hmm.
Um,
audiobooks. Yeah.
and I've narrated some corporate work. Like I had a client down in Colombia that needed
Mm-hmm.
like an English translation for a FedEx client that they had.
Okay.
So I got to narrate for FedEx in Colombia, which was interesting. Getting paid is crazy out of Colombia. You don't want to have to deal with it. Um,
Oh.
I can imagine.
I guess they're trying to prevent like drug money laundering and drug trafficking, but it
Oh
took me like
wow.
6 months to get paid from that job. It was crazy.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Some heads would have rolled.
Look, you just don't know. Um,
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I've narrated. I've also hosted, if that counts as narration. So
Okay.
like live hosting. And then I've done some other like commercial work on radio and for TV.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So
Hmm. So
Oh,
how
so
is
what was your favorite one that you narrated?
I actually like to host.
okay?
Oh, really? So are you more like a Wayne Brady host? Because I can see that happening. You know, like Wayne
I've been
Brady brought.
accused of being what Wayne Brady is.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
So yeah, so I'm kind of like that. I mean, really, hosting is just more about connecting with your audience. It's
Right.
Hmm.
just like narration.
Okay.
So as long as you can do that and you can make somebody feel like you almost talking to them when you get a
Mm-hmm.
crowd of however many people, then yeah, I really like to do that in person kind of thing.
Okay. You be telling jokes and everything?
As they, I don't have anything pre-planned. I actually tried
Right.
comedy once. I bombed miserably,
Really?
horrible. Yeah,
You went
yeah,
on
it was
stage
bad.
and did it?
Uh, was that?
You went on stage and did it?
Yeah, yeah. I was at like it was open mic night type stuff.
Oh,
Nothing,
okay.
yeah, nothing crazy.
Nothing
Oh,
But
crazy.
wow.
so as jokes come, but the jokes have to be natural and organic, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty quick on my feet sometimes, and so as you kind of see things as they occur, kind of like when a comedian on stage starts like picking on the audience almost, but
Right.
Yes.
without picking on the audience, just finding something to joke about. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely,
Now, who's really good about that? Is is Matt Rice. He is awesome with crowd work.
really, yeah.
Yes, he is.
He does an awesome job. And he's quick on his toes. So
Uh-huh.
it's so natural for him. It's like he
Yeah,
could do an entire show and just do crowd
just
work,
off
and it
the
would be
audience. Mhm.
the
Hmm.
hilarious thing in the world.
Yeah,
And it's
So
funny.
yeah, no, I
It's
totally
funny.
and
get it.
people
And
like that. They feel more connected to the comedian and to the show, and as we've
Right.
seen, people really like that a lot more than just getting with that telling jokes.
Hmm.
exactly, and I think that's where his rose really
Hmm.
quickly
Hmm.
because of that.
Hmm.
He just, he has this way of capitalizing on the little moments.
Yeah,
It could be
yeah,
it
yeah.
could be something so
And if you're
insignificant.
good at it, you have people wanting you to make fun of them or joke on them. Like,
Right.
Right. That's true. Like what
Exactly.
you got to
And I
say
think
about
that's why
me.
they talk
yeah,
in his show
exactly.
all the time because they're like they just shout stuff out, and because they know he's gonna be quick on his toes and he's
Uh-huh.
gonna start a conversation with them.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay, so with your narrations, you've done self help, and what
Mhm.
else have you done?
Self help. I've done a memoir. It was
Okay.
and then some urban fiction.
Okay, so is there a genre that you would like to narrate? And is there
That
something you wouldn't want to narrate?
I want to narrate meditation. I've heard I've got a meditative voice. You can kind of do one of these numbers and you can relax and you end up going to sleep
Yes.
and you don't hear the rest of what I'm saying because you're dozing off. One of those.
What do you
Um,
want to say? Because I don't want nothing like that in my ear while I'm trying to go to sleep. And then I'm asleep and then I'm seeing all these weird things. So what would you say? Because then
hold
it'll
on.
be like I go to sleep and then I'm in my dreams and I'm seeing the water just running, the mountains.
I
Like,
know,
I
and
don't
you're
want
hearing
that.
all of that in your dreams. That actually helps you kind of the lucid dream as well. So it might be
Listen.
something that you're into. Just you don't want to listen to anything too crazy, but yeah,
So
No,
meditation.
if
but you can do like a meditation type of
Mhm,
narration because
mhm.
I had an app that I think it's called Calm. I think it's Calm, where
Oh
the person
yeah,
is talking and they're
hmm
just basically putting you in a mood of relaxation. So
yeah,
they tell you like, close your eyes,
yes,
relax your shoulders, count backwards from 10. So those type of things, they're not necessarily for you to go to. I mean, you may go to sleep, but it's
yeah. I
just
was
so
joking.
that
That's
you can
that's usually what
relax.
happens though. If you get so relaxed, you go to sleep, then you know
you
you're
do
relaxed.
fall asleep, that is true. Well,
Exactly.
I would probably you know me, I'm gonna be different. So if you decide to go ahead and meditate, do meditation,
Mhm.
would you say, okay, what would you want me to say to help you?
What would I want?
Like, so say, okay, look, Mark, I need some meditation,
Oh,
relaxation. This is what I want you to say in this recording to help
okay,
me relax.
okay.
This man loves you. This man wants you. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm doing this custom. This is like a custom job.
Yeah,
Custom.
custom job.
Oh wow, yeah. I don't know. I have to look at the pricing guide for that one. Oh, so you're asking me what
Because
what
it's
would I
like
would
we
I do it? Would I do a
manifesting in
custom
our
job?
head.
Would
You
I?
said what?
You asking me would I agree to a custom job?
Yeah, would you do a custom
Oh
job?
hell yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds like a business idea. Like hey, free custom, not free,
Exactly.
but you get custom meditation, custom motivational self help, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's a good
Exactly.
idea.
Custom
Actually.
positive,
And then
custom affirmations.
Yeah, yeah,
some
that's
of them you gotta put some fire to it. Get your ass up, and you've been laying there too long. Stuff like that. You gotta get all that in.
Listen,
that is a
Yeah.
great
I
idea.
listen. Your workout
I,
affirmation. Get your big back ass up.
stop hitting that damn snooze button.
You can actually do alarms too. Be like, I know you ain't in that bed
Wake
yet.
up.
No 8 o'clock. Let me tell you something. I would have need that one with that get your big bag ass up yesterday because literally, I came home yesterday. My friend called me and I was just a munching. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm on my fat shit right now." Excuse my language. I said, "I'm on my fat shit right now." She was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I don't never do nothing like that." I was laying my fat ass in the bed yesterday eating Doritos. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She
You like I'm
said,
on my
"You
face.
okay?" I said, "No, today got on my goddamn nerves. I'm laying in the bed eating Doritos. I'm not okay."
Yeah, one of those days.
Who does that?
It's been a day. It's been a day.
One of
Oh
those days.
goodness. That
Yes.
would be hilarious to do like some funny type of, meditation or affirmation or just something. I, that is
Look,
something that would have me rolling.
And people trying to bring the ringtones back. Because I will have a ringtone. You know I ain't gonna answer this shit because my ringer ain't on. So leave a message.
Look, I already took the note, Crystal, and I cut you in when I make that happen.
I know
Thank
that's
you.
right.
I'll just take a finding fee. Well, no, wait a minute. We got to talk about these terms. Let me take a
Yeah,
finding
trust me,
fee.
I'll make
Terms
it
and
fair. I'll make it
conditions.
fair.
Look,
It'll be
we
a
can think
percent.
about
It'll
this.
it'll be a percent. It won't be in perpetuity, but we'll have a
Yes,
limited
I got
agreement.
you. Yeah, put this in the work. So now you got two things to work on. Like Untamed, we gotta start giving homework to our guests. We gotta
You
start
gonna give
giving
them
homework.
homework?
And do a
Yes.
A
follow up.
homework
So
assignment.
you got two assignments already. You got to get this started. That your
The brewery
meditation,
started.
if you and your brewery. Yep.
Yep, got you. Will
Two
do.
homework assignments.
Two
And
homework.
we might add a
Okay.
third by the time we finish.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
know. Listen, I know
I,
that's
I know I was
right.
gonna be getting work, Lord.
He said, I came on the interview. I leaving with assignments.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness. Well, what qualities? And you kind of hinted at some, one which is a big one, which is acting. But what qualities do you think make a great narrator?
First, you have to be able to read. That might help.
That's true.
That is true. Can I add
Um,
another one
yeah.
and pronounce the words right?
Okay. Boom. Yeah. And you have to be able to pronunciation is important.
Pronunciation.
But
What they
but
used to
but
say
but I
back
was
in the
actually
day,
gonna get kind of serious.
enunciate.
Enunciate. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
was gonna actually
Enunciation
get kind of
is
serious. Not
good.
just read the words on the page, but read
Uh-huh.
between the lines a little
Thank
bit.
you. Yes.
Like,
Yes.
what is this character's intent?
Mm-hmm.
Because one line can be 10 different things depending on their intent.
Right.
And it's the subtle
Exactly.
nuances that you're delivering in that line that really makes that character come to life. And it helps you as a narrator
Mm-hmm.
to distinguish, what's going on in this scene and be able to carry the energy to the next scene because it might be different and so forth throughout the work. So yeah, being
Right.
able to really understand what this character's saying and why they're saying it is probably to me one of the biggest attributes of a good narrator.
You know,
Awesome.
so like I said, I'm going back to Bridgerton. So I've seen Bridgerton and we're talking about at work because all of us been watching it at work and we all like it. So we're gonna actually read the book. I went ahead and got the Audible for it.
Yeah.
And I'm at work and I just bust out laughing. And they're like, "You okay?" And because they couldn't see that I had a headphone in.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like, "Yeah." So it was just this one scene where the narrator was narrating. The kid used to stutter. So
Oh,
she was like, he went from the don't to the don't. I said, what? And so I was telling my friend, she said, so just imagine how it was in the book. She said, because I thought I was stuttering. So I was just like, but it caught me off guard because I didn't think she would like literally narrate. Like she was like, he used to say don't, and I was like, it was hilarious. But like things like that catch a reader off guard. Do it
yeah.
catch you as a narrator off guard?
Yeah, and sometimes when you go back in your editing, you're like, "Oh hell, I completely missed that part. Let me go back and because that ain't yeah,
But
I
it was
gotta go
supposed to
back
be
and hit
read
it.
like that.
yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Well, I want to say that Monica, she said, "Hey y'all, we
Hey,
have Eco
Monica.
Publishers,
Thanks for
Epiphany,
joining
and
us.
and Net who is joined." And she said, "Very true." I'm not sure what the very true was, but I think that was about what we were saying. What makes a good narrator is they gotta know how to read.
That is true. Please.
Please know how to read.
Yes.
Listen, read in general because it's a difference between actually speaking what you're reading and read. Some people really just don't know how to read
It's the
at all.
comprehension part too that
Yeah,
gets
That's what I was
people.
about to say. It's comprehension.
They can read the
I
words,
read
but they
something
don't.
at work yesterday
Yeah.
and I told my coworkers and my friends, I said I would be embarrassed to show my coworkers what I'm supposed to do at work.
Uh,
I felt like I was reading what your mama tell you to do as a child. Now you got to make sure you wash your face. You got to brush your teeth.
oh my
I'm a
god.
grown ass woman. You're talking to me like I'm stupid. But that's where comprehension comes in.
yeah.
Listen. And comprehension is not easy. They come easy for everybody. And that's for real.
That is true.
That's like we laugh and we hee hee ha ha about it, but that is the truth. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that is why the education system, it's certain things I feel like you shouldn't be passing if you can't get this. Like, certain things are just important. Reading comprehension is the biggest one for me. It's like if
Right.
you cannot comprehend this, there's no need for you to move on. You got to get this part down. You
That part.
know,
That part. Yep.
you
That
got to
one
get
little
it
part.
down. You got to get it down. Just like with math, it's like, hey, if you can't get addition, baby, you gonna struggle with multiplication.
Yes.
So let's get this down. Okay,
I like the
we have a
questions. You
question.
always be having good questions.
We have a
Oh,
question from Monica. She says, "What do you enjoy most about narrating?"
I enjoy narrating because I get to read. I don't really get as much time to read some things, especially when it comes
Mhm.
to like a long book. But because I'm actually having to read it, then it kind of is like a double whammy. I get to talk and I get to read, two of my favorite things to do.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
I
Well,
like that.
okay.
I definitely like that. So, what have you learned that you feel makes you a better narrator today?
Oh, just life. Having gone through experiences
Mm-hmm.
allows you to connect with a character that's going through some experiences.
Right.
Because the easiest way to deliver those lines, and they teach you this in acting, is to think of a
Okay.
time when you were in a similar circumstance. How did you
Okay.
feel? And you just kind of convey that emotion, and it comes through in the character. So just having gone through the ups and downs in life, marriage, divorce, the pandemic,
Ooh, that's a big
That's
one.
true.
collective
Children,
trauma.
children.
Yeah, and see, I don't have any children, but
Children.
I've definitely raised a few. Um, and so just having those experiences in life just helps me to
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm at a stage in my life where my children think they're raising me.
Of course. How old are
Of
they?
course. They're
30 and
gone.
25.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they definitely raising you at this point.
Yep. And guess what? I be all for it so I can get, and I get on their nerves like they got on mine.
So there you go.
If I'm
Yeah.
not
Listen,
home at a certain time, my son texts me, "Where you at?"
I am emphatic about the point that I want my kid. I want to help them now succeed and get to the places in life where they want to go, so that when they get there, they can be like, "Okay, mom, you can sit down, you can retire," and I can be like, "Okay," and listen. Hey, go do whatever you want to do. And like, marry, have all the kids you want to. I just want my little corner over here where
I
I
told
can
my
chill
kids to
out.
drop me off at a nursing home. Drop me off at a nursing home.
No, absolutely not. No,
No,
no.
drop me
Give me,
off. The nurse,
put
you can come
me
to
and
my
they dad will
nursing
be
home.
together.
Hey,
Just
I
say
hear
you
they
want
Where
to
you
begin
come.
at?
they be turned up in those nursing homes.
Yeah, exactly. Where I'm
Listen,
at.
don't put now. If I have to go somewhere, put me like in a senior assisted living somewhere, but don't put me in a nurse home. I don't trust some people now.
That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it assisted living, senior assisted
Assist,
living,
senior
and it's gonna
assisted
be
living.
lit. Yep. We
Get you a
won't be
good
drinking
game
milk.
of pinochle going on.
It'd be
Spades, dominoes,
I know
shoot
that's right.
craps.
Look, they be having talent shows and karaoke
Right.
nights and all
they'd
kind of
be
stuff
turned.
going on.
Yes.
I definitely go there. I would go there.
Yeah.
So, what would you like potential clients to know about you as a narrator?
I like them to know. Ooh, I like them to know they got somebody they can count on to deliver
Okay.
the product that they're looking for,
Awesome.
and someone who's willing to put in the work to give them exactly what they're looking for.
Okay.
Because I feel like if my name is on it, then it's my baby too.
Okay.
Exactly. Now
So
that's
I'm yeah
perfect.
yeah. So I'm not gonna put a product out there that makes me look bad. Um,
Hmm.
and so therefore it's not gonna make the author look bad either.
I like that.
Hmm. All right, authors. Now listen. Now, that question got squeaked in because that was for y'all. That was for y'all. I'm trying to get y'all hip on the game with Mr. Mark. So now we are coming up to what has quickly become our most popular segment of the show, which is called our versatility versus.
Uh oh.
And you guys know how we do with the versatility verses. We give the narrator a snippet to say in their narrator voice, and they just basically read it in that voice, and we just enjoy hearing it.
Yes.
But this time it's not really a versus because we gave him two urban fiction. Um, so we just listen to the versatility tonight.
Yes, we are.
So I will say because we gave him a little bit longer snippets today. I don't know what me and Crystal was on, but
They working me. Look, I got jobs to do after here. I got all this extra work. Lord help me.
we brought Marco here and put in the work. So
Right. Hmm.
So you gonna give me like the green light or
I
Whenever
am
you're
going
ready.
to as
all right.
soon as I can let me get over here. All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right, all right.
Don't be clearing my throat like I'm about to say it.
Me. The sound of the gates clanging together still annoyed me as I walked past the yard. As I walked the yard, oh, if I could turn back the hands of time. I still remember the day that Liberty begged me to consider my future. I had no clue then what else I could do besides beat the block, but I wish like hell I would have taken her request seriously. Who knew where I would be right now? Where we would be? It was those moments that haunted me.
I knew it,
Awesome,
yes.
awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
I probably didn't nail the young part, but you know.
No,
It,
no, actually, I feel like you nailed it because this is from the book Soldiers.
Soldiers of Love.
Yes, I
So
Oh,
feel like
that is
that's why
actually
I said
from
I
Soldiers of
remembered this
Love.
part. No, I think you did real good.
oh, thank you.
Definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
Thank you.
you did
And him
good.
being in
You did
jail,
good.
jail aged him, by the way.
Yeah.
And Jay, look, it was some rough times going on.
You
So,
went
you
in
know,
20,
Right.
came out 25, going on 40, huh?
I know that's right.
All right.
She
She said it's
look,
the eye
Monica,
rolling for her.
yeah, she said it's an eye rolling for her, so she enjoyed it.
Yes.
Let me go over here and see if anybody on IG has anything to say. It said, awesome job. You did great. Somebody said, yes, I agree. It does age you. So
Yes.
it's fine. It's fine. It is fine. So whenever you are ready to tackle the second one, you have the floor.
I've been looking for your bitch ass. You thought I was gonna let that shit slide. You putting your hands on my brother? Fat said, walking up on man. Get the fuck out my face. Don't act like you don't know why I put my hands on your brother. He owed me. Didn't have the money, so I beat his ass. What you gonna do? Man smirked in Fats's face. I can show you better than I can tell you. Fats reached back. Fats reached behind his back. Pop, 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 pop. Then everything went black.
Come through.
Oh my
You better come through.
God.
You better come through.
Okay.
Listen,
I should have put my
it
glasses on. I couldn't see that.
No, you still. Oh my gosh.
but you nailed it though. You nailed it.
Yes,
Listen, you
I'm
saw
just
how I
sitting here.
jumped back when you
Me
started.
too. I wasn't ready for that beginning. I like that. And you want to know what's so funny? When I wrote that, that's what I had to say. See? Oh, he scared me for a minute. Good job. Because, I mean, like, we literally jumped.
we,
So
we all jumped because I was
we
just
all
like,
jumped.
what?
Because I feel like, when you walk up on somebody, that's what you're supposed to do. You're trying to put some fear in them. Like, oh, I've been looking for your bitch
Exactly.
ass. But, of course, he ain't put no fear in him. Phenomenal.
But
You put
well,
fear in us, so
you put fear in us though, because we
yeah,
jumped.
you did that. Yes. Oh my
Thank
gosh, I
you.
loved it.
I had to transform a little
That's
bit. My
awesome.
bad. I was raised in the
He
hood. It
gave
kind
us
of
the
came
pop,
about of me.
pop, pop, pop,
He,
pop.
he said he was raised in the hood and came about it.
And that's the thing. When I narrate, yeah, I'm moving in the. I'm doing
Right.
all of that. That's the only way you can really get into the character. How else can you
Get it to it.
I love
read
it.
that the right way
Yeah.
unless your body's into it?
I love it. I love it. I
Exactly.
love it.
Oh man, that has got so that is
But thank
already
you, thank you.
narration is draining, but Yeah, when you got to get into it and do the movements and all of that stuff. Wow.
Have y'all
Yeah.
ever
Yes.
seen like a voiceover actor like behind the scenes when they're actually doing the roles in the mic?
Right.
You'll think some
No,
of them
I
are
haven't.
crazy
Really?
because you almost have to exaggerate. Like I was really
Yeah.
holding back a little bit. I ain't want to scare y'all too much,
Hey, you did that. You did.
but thank you.
Like I said, I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Listen, I think I jumped back way a whole lot because Crystal eyes popped up and I was over here off camera
Yes.
almost.
Like, wait.
And
I'm
then I had to
reading it like,
differentiate
whoa.
between the two a little bit since it's both
Yes, and you
same
did.
genre. So
You
You
did.
we
definitely
You
got two
did.
did.
little sound.
You did
Oh,
a great job. It
Thank
was
you.
phenomenal. So we
Thank you.
appreciate you for participating in our versatility verses, which was very, very good. So now you guys look, you know what he's gonna bring to the table as a narrator because he's
yes.
already said when he puts his stamp on it, that's it. He gotta represent himself and you gotta give a taste of his narration. So
Oh,
look,
get
we
you a
we here,
stamp
we
that
aim to
say
please.
you've been marked.
You've been marked.
You've been
Yep.
marked. That's what we're gonna put on here. You've been marked. When we play this snippet, we're gonna put there. You've been marked. Okay.
You've been marked. Yep. Oh, and
You've
then you
been
see
marked.
if you can find some wheels for it to ride out of.
Skirt.
Skirt, skirt.
Yep. Skirt. You've been
Oh
marked.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. I
Yes.
love it, Crystal. You a mess. I love it. I love it though.
Yes.
But I do want to give you the opportunity to just let the authors know where they can connect with you and let us know if you have any other projects that's coming out that we need to be on the lookout for, or what else do you have next?
Okay, well, I'm easy to find. I'm on just about every social platform there is at Voices by Mark.
Okay,
Voices underscore by underscore Mark.
okay,
So whatever your favorite way of reaching out to other human beings, you can typically find me
Mm-hmm.
that way. Facebook is a little weird. It's my full company name, Dynamic Voices by Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay,
you can find me there. I'm also on Audio in Black. So,
okay.
if you like to search through their narrators, you might hear somebody that sounds a little bit better for your work. I'm not opposed to anybody else getting some love and getting some work. There's plenty of it out there for us. So, Audio in Black, you can find me there too. And as far as new things that are coming out, I'm working on another kind of self-help. It's called Inner Peace and Serenity.
Okay.
Okay.
My
There go
mother's
your
an author.
meditation.
Huh?
There go your
Uh,
meditation.
Yeah, well, it's not quite meditation in
Right.
a
But
sense,
you're getting there.
but yes, yeah, it's getting there. My mother's an author, so she
Okay.
has me narrating her works right now. So that'd be the second one I'm doing for her. I like to split it up. I can't do like anything too hard, going
Mm-hmm.
too
Okay.
hard back to back, especially like if you got a lot of
Okay.
character voices. Then I have to
Right.
kind of mix it up and just do some straight narration to kind of rest up and reserve for the next time I have to jump into some characters.
Right.
I
How
understand.
many voices have you narrated? That's another question we should ask
Many
each time.
voices. Wow.
Voices. Yes.
I mean, it depends on what you call a voice. I mean, I got my own narration voice
Okay. Well, how
that kind of
many? Well, how
changes, and
many
then
characters?
characters.
Let's
I
say that.
mean, as
Yes.
far as like books I've actually recorded, like
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6. Well, no, because I did a couple of Hispanic gangsters, so I had to do a little Mexican. I had to do a French
You
lady.
gotta say something. You gotta say something. Say.
Hey,
You gotta say
cabron,
something.
we told you, Holmes. You fucking with the wrong one.
It jumped immediately into that. Ready to
It's
say
gotta be the hey, cabron. I told you, man. It's right here. You
Okay.
have to catch it. It's right here.
he said,
Hey,
Okay.
cabron.
So we getting beer,
But anyway, y'all are
we
crazy.
get beer, meditation, all
meditation.
kind of gay stuff.
Yes. And we getting some. Get your big back up. Get your.
Get your big back up. Listen, I,
I
let
hope
me know
somebody
when that
taking
one drops.
notes because I've lost count of the job. It's just too much work.
Look, we got you, and it's all on playback, so we
Oh,
we
good.
got
There you go.
Yes. Yes.
you can play it
I'm
back
gonna stop. I'm
anytime
gonna
you
stop.
want.
No more. I'm gonna stop.
Get your big back up. Look, you gotta say it. You gotta deliver it right. You gotta say, "Get
Get
your
your,
big
get
back
your, get
ass
your big,
up." Get
get
your
your,
big
get,
back ass up.
get your, get your, get your black ass up.
Yep. You definitely got to do that.
Get your. Remix that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I
Look, he
love
gonna
that
have
song.
a
I ain't
whole
even gonna
remix.
lie.
He gonna have a remix. He gonna have an original and a remix and all of this stuff. Listen, the
Yes.
remix gonna be the workout. That's
Hey,
gonna be the
I need
workout
it.
one.
So when you drop it, please let me know.
We'll have an alarm, and then we'll have the remix, which is the workout mix. See the song,
Hmm.
like motivational song.
Right.
And you can
So
listen to the self help on the way to the gym. Boom, done.
there you go. There you go. We got it all. One shot.
Hmm.
So we are going to just give ourselves some time and opportunity to shout out where people can find us too, and also the show. So Crystal, my lady, tell the listeners where they can reach out to you.
You can find me on Books and Soul One, only on Instagram, because somebody got Books and Soul, ain't did nothing with it.
Mm.
And I'm not gonna bring that up again because it's been a long time. But if you know who you are, if you watching this show, you need to release it. Okay. And everywhere else, which is TikTok and Facebook, is Books and Soul, because that's all I go by. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys can find me at Author Untamed on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok, and also at authoruntamed.com. That is my website. Grab some books and all of this good stuff. I'm tell y'all right now, y'all gonna hear this all year. I have a senior coming up, so I got some senior expenses to get through. I got senior expenses to get through. So you know how that is. See, they don't tell you
Yes.
nothing, but they wait to see you, and then they want you to mortgage off your arms and your legs and your
Mm.
toes
For
to
the
get
whole
these kids
child.
out of school. Like for real, for real. So, and please make sure that you're following the Get Caught Up podcast. We're on Facebook as the Facebook author group. It is Get Caught Up Author Podcast there. We're on Instagram at Get Caught Up Podcast and on, I was about to say Twitter, TikTok at Get Caught Up Podcast, and also on YouTube at Get Caught Up Podcast. Now we are not on Twitter. We have left Elon Musk with his with his ex. Okay, so he can have that
Yep,
device.
he X'd up out of there.
Yeah, we left him with X out, but he's lost him. And anybody else who chooses to be there, but we're not. So we're not there. But we are on TikTok, we are on YouTube, and we are on Instagram at Get Caught Up Podcast. And coming up, we are excited. We have shows coming up in August. So I want to say this pretty early is happy birthday to all of our August birthdays. Happy book releases to our August book releases. Happy whatever it is you want to celebrate in August. Happy anniversary if that's coming up for you too. Or maybe you have a book anniversary or a narration anniversary. Happy,
Hmm.
happy, happy celebrations for that. But our first author interview is with Olivia Linden on August the 7th. So please make sure you tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That interview will be again on August the 7th with author Olivia Linden, and we'll be discussing her series, but her first book in the series, which is called Forever My Lady. Forever My Lady. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
See what I'm saying? I like people who just know what they jump right in, jump right in
Yes,
with
there
the
you go.
references. There you
Can
go.
I announce the next thing we doing? Can
Yes, you
I announce?
can. You can.
Let me. Okay, so we started this new segment called book reviews. Like, get caught up with these books, right? So, in the month of July, we did Gray Huffington's Wild and her what is it? Leverage, Love and
It was Love and Lever series.
yes, the Love and Leverage series. So the three books, okay? So Untamed had already read this book. And she was like, "You gotta read it." She kept on telling me, "You gotta read it, you gotta read it." I said, "Okay, I'm gonna read it." I'm gonna tell you this right now. T.M. Richardson, you owe me a pack of pens, some new sheets,
And some batteries.
and some batteries.
She is talking about the oath.
So the book we will be discussing, the books we will be discussing is The Oath and The Offer by T.M. Richardson. I'm gonna just say this, you guys. The Oath. Now y'all know I'm nasty. That book had me clutching pearls that I don't even goddamn wear or own.
that that book
Yes.
is
I told Untamed the other
diabolical.
day. Yes, I told Untamed the other day. I said she owe me a pack of
Like this.
panties.
Look, Mark was like this.
I have never. Yes, that's how I was. I said one night, what the hell Untamed got me reading?
Listen, shout out to Lacey
Like your
Laurel.
brain felt dirty. You need to get a Q-tip and get up in there, huh?
Something.
She
I mean, good
listen.
God. And
She was
Lacey
about to get up and
Laurel,
go to church.
yes. So we will be doing this interview live for both books with the narrator, which is Lacey Laurel, who was on the show. So she told us that she will come back with us to discuss this book. But I can't wait to talk to her about this book because she did a phenomenal job narrating the entire book by herself. She
She
was
did. She
three
really did.
fine ass men and one woman.
Actually,
But
four.
oh yep, four. And actually
Mm-hmm.
three women. I take that back. She
Yes,
did her thing. She
she
definitely
did
did
her
her thing.
thing. She did
And
her
I
thing.
enjoyed the book thoroughly. But like I said, T.M. Richardson, you owe me a pack of panties.
And that is
I've
going to
been
be on
telling,
August the 29th. That
yes,
we're going to at 7 p.m. So it's going to be at August the 29th at 7 p.m. It'll be live and we'll have Lacey Laurel on and we'll just be giving our review. So as you can tell, it's going to be fun because we enjoy it. We still have to read the offer, which we'll have done by that time. But the
yes.
oath,
And y'all should read it too so y'all can join us because y'all gonna need a pack of panties too. She gonna be on everybody a pack of panties.
baby, listen,
Hmm.
I thought I had to go put my phone in the freezer. I was like, what in the world? It needed to cool off. My phone needed to damn cool off from
That was
listening to
some
that one.
that was some grown woman writing.
Listen, listen. I told my husband clearly. I said, you know what? I have never been interested in none of this, but I will listen to it. If she gonna write it, I'm gonna listen. Okay, I am
I'm
gonna
gonna just say
listen
this. I
and
need me a
enjoy it.
Deke, I need me a Mouse, and I need me a Cass.
That's all I'm saying. But yes,
She done make me
and
take my glasses
if
off.
y'all want to know what the book is about, I just this quick snippet. I'm not gonna say any more than this. Her husband has a dying wish, and he bequeathed her his three best friends. Do with that information what you will. Do with that information what you will. Okay, so I cannot. Oh my goodness. But let me get this last thing. We have one more big important announcement that's coming up in August that I am so excited about. We won't have a narrator of the month for August, and that is because we also have a book of the month, which we're featuring on August 27th at 7 p.m. Thank you so much. It is Not What She Sings by Yasmin and Joe. She is a national best-selling author of Her Name is Night. Yasmin is an Anthony Award nominated author of the critically acclaimed Nina Night series, including Her Name is Night. They Come at Night and It Ends with Night. Not What She Sings is Yasmin's first work of domestic psychological suspense. And if you guys think you might know who I'm talking about, I'm sure you do because her novels have been featured in the New York Times, Oprah Daily, The Guardian, Pop Sugar, and Women's World Book Club. And I am
Hmm.
excited to announce that this series is currently in development for TV by Ink and Fact Free in fifth season. So, congratulations, Yasmin.
Congratulations.
We are going to be excited to talk to you. So please make sure that you tune in for everything that we have going on in August. It is going to be a dynamic time, an amazing time with amazing authors and narrators again. And please be sure that you're subscribing to the podcast. We're on Audible, Amazon Music, Apple's iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. And if you would like to be an official sponsor, just visit anchor.fm/get caught up, where there are packages available, or you can just donate some cash to $UP2016 on Cash App. That is $U as an umbrella piece Paul 2016. So that is all we have for you guys. Mark, it has been an amazing time with you. We will make sure that we get you your homework assignment.
Hey, I got an assignment for y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
I need you to send me a script for opening and closing for your show so I can show you some love.
Oh,
We will do that. Thank
Yeah.
you so
thank you.
So
much.
just
We
hit
appreciate
me up and I
that.
got you.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
You
I
want me?
And you
appreciate
guys,
it.
any author that's on here, or even if you are not an author, but you are a reader, when we put this video out, cut out the snippets and of him doing his voices and share it. Share
Yes.
it because he
Be
wants to
sure to
try
share
different
it.
things, and that's what we're
And
doing.
I'm gonna help y'all because we sit back here and we splice and dice. So you'll actually
Yeah.
get the snippets and we'll share them and we'll tag you in it too as well so that you can
Thank you.
share them. You're
Yes.
quite welcome. Well, you guys, it has been fun. I've had such an amazing time with you all
I did
tonight.
too. This was
Please
great.
make sure that you guys follow Mark as well. Show him some love and make sure that y'all send him some work because he want to be in this narration game and we got some authors out here and all they do is writing.
Yes.
All they do is write. I promise you, they drop a book every 30 days, so you'll definitely be in work with
That is
them.
true.
So they'll definitely keep you in the hot seat over there. So we look forward to seeing many more, and definitely we got listen. Let us know for real about this brewery and this these
Yes.
these affirmations.
Absolutely. And thank y'all so much for
Hmm.
having me. It's been a
You're
blast. I
welcome.
really
This
appreciate
was
it.
great. I
Yeah.
loved
You
it.
are
I
welcome.
enjoyed it.
I always say to you guys, don't forget to get caught up. Until next time, good night.
Good night, because I don't ever remember it.